John, first of all, just bring me up to date with where you're at with injuries after Tuesday.
I was just waiting on one or two. Mark Cullen's definitely out, and we just got to see with 2 or 3 more how they go on this morning.
So I imagine 2 of the key ones there, Worrell and Montano. How are they looking?
Yeah, they say that they're going to train this morning and see. Popey the same. Popey has felt his groin, so they're the main ones. But we've got Danny Whitehead's back training now. David Amu's back training, so we'll just have a look at them as well.
So David Amu, is he available for this weekend now?
If he comes through today, obviously we've got to be careful with him because of what's happened before. But as I say, we'll see how they go.
So team selection-wise, I guess you've got probably 3 or 4 ideas in your head at this moment in time of what the team could be with all of that going on. Yeah,
exactly that. That it could change depending on who comes through and who doesn't. But it's mainly the forwards. Everywhere else, everybody's okay.
And that's been a consistent part of your team. I mean, Montano's coming in done really well in the last couple of weeks as well. So you must be really hoping that you can get those guys out for the game because of how well the last couple of games have gone for you. Yeah,
they've Monty's done really well. Scored 2 good goals, set up goals. So he's full of confidence. David Worrell, again, he's set up goals and scored. So important players for us. And it'd be a shame if either one misses.
That kind of brings me on to what I was going to talk about with the strikers. You scored 6 at Bolton last Saturday. A striker didn't score. Rodney has been playing up front, but he's also played out wide for you. How important are strikers in your system, or do you think that your team over the last couple of years is perhaps relying on goals from the rest of the team more so?
Yeah, I think the way that we play, we look to get people in the box from all over. So it's we build the play up, and it doesn't necessarily have to be the centre forward who's scoring goals. Obviously, it's nice if your centre forward is getting goals. But no, we created a lot of chances against Bolton. I know we scored 6, but we could have possibly had 10. Could have gone to double figures of the amount of chances we had. 3 or 4 of the shots that were decent shots just hit the keeper. So the main thing is that you're creating chances and getting people into the box. It doesn't matter, where they're coming from.
I mean, I know Mark Cullen's out, but when you look at Pope, Robinson and Cullen, what have they got to do as strikers for you to perhaps nail down a place in the team? If it's not all about goals, what is it more about?
It's just all-round play. Not everybody can play, and there's competition. Obviously with Popey, he's come in and out of the team because of circumstances, either with injuries, COVID, or a ban. So he's not been able to get a consistent run. Mark Cullen's been injured, and then it's really been between Theo and Devante for the centre forward spot majority of the time. So luckily enough, we've got 4 strikers. But as I say, it's very rare that all 4 have been available at one time.
You must be pleased with how Devante's taken to playing that lone role up front.
It's just that was the first time really that he's played up there on his own. He's had a little bit to go, but I thought on Saturday that was probably his best performance. But he's had to deal with COVID. He had COVID and he didn't feel 100%. He felt weak, and he said before we played against Bolton, it was the first time he felt as though he felt fully at his best. So everybody's had things to deal with, and even though people are on the pitch, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're 100%.
I was going to say, and Zach Mills said this week, he's he's kind of had taking him a while to get back to full fitness after COVID. Are you, as management team and medical staff, monitoring perhaps the consequences of long COVID for your players?
Yeah, we don't know how it's affected everybody really, but you got to get on with it, and it's as simple as that. But it has had an effect, and I'm sure other teams would say the same. But at the end of the day, it doesn't make any difference when you go out on that party. All you can do is give your best and hopefully get results. But yeah, it is difficult to judge at times because obviously it's not like an injury that shows up.
I was going to say, are you happy with how a lot of the players are recovered, or are there still some signs of sort of fatigue in there now?
No, I think everybody's okay now. If there's anything, then it's a genuine injury. I think there might be somebody in the camp who's got it, but there's nobody showing any signs at the moment.
And just looking at this weekend, you've got a tough run of fixtures after a tough run of results for you now. At Colchester in good form as well. How are you viewing that one?
Yeah, it doesn't matter who you play. That was proved against Bolton. Bolton were flying, and say we beat them 6-3. It could have been a lot more. So it's on the day. Obviously Colchester will come here confident, but we should take a lot of confidence out of our performance last Saturday. So you just need that little bit of luck at times. Has been proven over the last month or so. If we can have the rub of the green, then I'm sure we can get a result.
Brilliant. Thanks very much, John.
Yes, thanks.
John, just a couple from me. You mentioned Mark Cullen's out for Saturday. How serious is that injury?
It's not too bad. It's not as bad as he first thought. So it's his knee, which I think at first he thought it was going to be quite serious, but I think it's more of a nerve thing rather than anything too serious.
Great. And Mitch Clark, I saw he wasn't in the squad in the week. Is he okay? Because I haven't been ill the week before.
Yeah, he's fine. He's fine now. Say the fact that he wasn't able to train for the week, that was why he missed the Bolton game. But yeah, he's available now.
Great. And we spoke to Zach Mills in the week after he scored, and he was saying, as you said, it's not easy when you're out the side to come back in. Then he's played 2 games in a week, but I thought did really well. Just how pleased are you with him and what he's starting to show?
Yeah, it was nice to get him back because even in the summer pre-season, he got an injury, and then he had to start the first 2 or 3 games. Did well. We got good results, and then he got injured and has been out for quite a while. And then he picked up COVID, which knocked him back again. So no, it's nice to have Zach back and obviously come in and we get a win. Obviously, and he performed well. He performed well against Wolves as well, considering he's been out for so long, and he looked quite strong.
Yeah, obviously you tried to get him previously to sign him, hadn't you, in the summer? And obviously, he's a steady performer. Is he starting to show that now, do you think? Yeah.
Say at this level, we know that he's as good a right back as there is in the league. He's got good experience, and I think fullback position is obviously one position where we're really strong. We had to bring Mitch in, obviously, because James had got injured and Zach had got injured. So and James Gibbon now is back on the pitch. He's running. He's progressing well. So I don't think it'll be too long before James starts to compete for a position as well.
Oh, well, that's great for him, I'm sure. Sort of mentally as well, you can see he's making that progression, and because it must be difficult being out long term like that.
Yeah, he's got a good attitude, James, and he's very, very fit. And he had the same operation as Manny, but he seems to be further ahead than what Manny was after the operation. So I would have thought around about the Christmas time, just after, and James will probably be available.